Hey everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is respecting others' property. Now it may seem like when we go to someone else's house or whatever, you're free to touch stuff and all that, but it is their property, so sometimes you gotta ask if it's okay. And if it's okay with them, you're more than welcome to touch it or use it or whatever, you know. Now, as an Aspie, it might be hard because, let's say your favorite show is on TV and you're at someone's house and somebody else is watching something else, so it's always good to ask, can I watch this? And I'm sure they'll let you, but you gotta ask, because it is their property. You are their guest, so you gotta respect that, you know, because if you don't respect it, then your stay is going to be ending and your friendship could be over. You don't want to do that, so that's why I recommend you ask. And asking doesn't take a lot of skill either. As long as you ask, and you ask nicely, I'm sure they can be accommodating, you know. But you gotta respect other people's property. You know, if it's at your own home or if it's at someone else's house, you know. Now, I have a hard time with my parents even, because I know twice this week there have been incidents where they try to throw out my stuff without asking me. I feel A, it's invasion of privacy, and B, they didn't ask me if I want to throw out stuff or not. Like, I know Mom and I were helping clean out the other room the other day in the house, and she threw out all the campground guides I had. I understand that they were last year's guides, but at the same time, I should have been asked if she could do it first instead of her throwing them all out. I understand that I might be getting them when I go to the RV show this year, but there's a good chance I might not be going to the RV show. It depends on how life is, you know. And I was thinking, if I were to go to the RV show, get the guides and then throw out the other ones, you know. I know it's weird for me to say that, but at the same time, don't you want to replace the old with the new instead of trying to throw them out like a month before the RV show? Does that make sense? You know? It's hard for me, you know? I do love getting the guides from the different states and all that and looking up the campgrounds and all. But at the same time, I don't know how life is going to be from day to day. So, but my mom throwing out those guides without asking my permission is like, do I not get any respect for my stuff? And then the other night, my dad tried to throw out my satellite dish that I have on my DirecTV. I know he was trying to help, but understand this. That satellite dish belongs to me. So, and I know that satellite dish will work. And if I ever move out of the house, I want to be able to use it. If I ever sign up for the TV service. Assuming that the property I move into will allow it. You know? So, yeah, but you know, I understand you get a free dish when you sign up for DirecTV and all that, but I have the dish and I want to use it. Let's say we want to go camping and we want to bring the satellite TV with us if we ever get satellite TV here. You know, they don't make tripod things for the satellites anymore. You know? It's hard these days to find it now. And with me having a rare one, like I do, it's hard to replace it, you know? But, you know, people should not be throwing out stuff without permission. People should not be touching things without my permission either. Like, I have a hard time, like, I have papers all over the place sometimes. And my parents think, okay, let's throw it out, let's throw it out. He doesn't need it, he doesn't need it, blah, 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 blah. You know, I know I'm kind of a pack rat too, but at the same time, it's my property. And you don't have permission to throw it out if I don't give it to you. You know? But you gotta respect others' property. It's important, whether you're an Aspie or not. And I know it might seem like people are trying to help you as well, but you need to ask before touching it, before throwing it out, before using it, whatever. You know, and I feel like sometimes I don't get respect from my parents for doing that. Because they don't ask. And that's a problem. You know, but that's another story for a different day. So you gotta make sure, if you go to someone else's house, or if they come over to your house, make sure they ask you, or you make sure you ask them if you can use their property, or if you can use their items, if it's okay to touch, you know, or if it's okay for them to touch, you know. I know my iPad, I don't have people touching it without my permission, you know. It's my property, my iPad. And if you touch my iPad without asking me, then you're not, you know, then you're stealing it, you know. You don't touch what's not yours, you know, and you need to know that. That you need to respect other people's property, you know, because it doesn't belong to you, you know. I'm going to end on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. And I'll talk to you guys all later.